Hello everyone! I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over the weekly objectives for the Shadows Over Krystara event, so let's get into them. Let's start from, let's go over the bonuses first. We have 25% to all elves and 25% to all Zhul'kari. This is kind of going to be like the Blighted Lands last week, except with Zhul'kari, where I had a bunch of things that have double, because Zhul'kari does have a lot of elves in it, I believe like 5 or 6. So a lot of fun teams I will be doing with that. We'll show a couple this video as well. And as far as objectives, it just says Tyree needs help getting over beasts. Well, it just gives an event gem every single time you kill a beast. And first thing with that, all you have to do is find a challenge that has a lot of beasts in it. I haven't checked every single challenge in the game, but this one I have found to be the easiest so far. Is Spider Swarm, Moorhound, Rhinax, and a Fenrir. 3 really weak troops, and Fenrir is relatively weak. He does extra buff beast, but that's not really too big a deal. He'll likely die before he even gets to cast off. But this does give 4 event gems, so that could be one of your locations that you could farm this week if you wanted to get all of the objectives done. It's actually a really good week to do so too, because Tyree is one of them. Tyree is the best map farming troop in the entire game, as well as a pretty decent board control troop, because you can destroy pretty much all of a single color. So really good in that regard. And we could just get some gems and event keys that you could just stash away. Other than that, we do have a bonus map whenever we use a Shadow Blade in any of our teams. Anytime you win a PvP battle, just going to give 1 additional map per battle whenever you use them. Not too good of an event. Many people don't really need maps, and 1 map isn't really that big. I'll post in the corner. I'm pretty sure many of you have already seen it before, but there is a way to farm about 20 to 50 maps per hour with Tyree. Possibly even more these days, depending on the team, but I do show a couple teams for that. If you want to go see that, it'll be in the top right corner. But anyways, let me go over 2 teams. Just kind of ones that I've been messing around with the bonuses that we have so far. So let's go all the way down here and to the green elves. I've been having a lot of fun just messing with everything that Princess Espeth can do, and we're going to be doing that again with a web spinner. Web spinner is at 25% bonus this week. We can easily put a bunch of extra elves in there to get it to a pretty high magic, 20 damage to everything. This seems like almost when web spinner was extremely overpowered back in the day. This build kind of brings that back a little bit. Still doesn't have that infinite loop like it used to, unfortunately, but it can loop pretty well. So all we really have to do is get a better starting board than this, unfortunately. Pretty bad starting board here, but we'll just take off the board, try to... Maybe Tyree can fix it for us. Tyree, can you help us? We don't use red, though. We could take out yellow, but that would also not feed anything. I think I might just go for it and then just board control it. So we'll do that, kill that out. Get our little bit of greens, and our web spinner may be good to go. No, it's going to take away 8 greens. It's going to be way too many. It's going to get a couple stuns off. Now we don't have our triple damage. It's going to be a little bit annoying, but we'll easily be able to recover from that. Just use this for a little bit of board control, like we use it on the purple. Get that out of the way. Don't really matter if it does some skulls. As long as we can get this loop going, it's pretty much going to be matched, so we don't need to worry about it. Okay, doesn't look like we'll be able to maintain that loop, unfortunately. We'll have to remove a different color then. Let's just go on the red here, get some of that green. Maybe we'll get a random lucky green, and yes, we do. Perfect. So that was great. We'll just take that, take our skull right here, a couple options. We'll take it that way so we get rid of these browns as well. And yep, just keep the web spinner going. Too bad he doesn't have his triple damage. Of course, if you haven't fully traded and if he wasn't stunned, he would be doing, or she would be doing triple damage every single time if they are poisoned. But we won't really be needing that at all. You can see what it's basically like untraded right now, because we're kind of stunned, so technically we don't have any traits. But as you can see, the general premise of this team is to get Princess Espeth, use it on the Reaver or any green troop. I use it on Reaver because that Reaver gives us the extra magic and that magic and attack. But all the premise of this team is to get it looping. Tyra will do the board control to make sure it keeps looping and goes pretty smoothly. It might actually be one of the main teams I use this week. It definitely has some pretty high damage and looping potential. Of course, that wasn't like the best representation of it, but still pretty solid even with a bad board and a bad first cast. But let's go now into the other team that we have against all Forest Guardians. Maybe I should repick. I almost feel like not repicking though, because they all are beasts. So we will be getting one event gem every single one of them. Of course, there's a lot of people in this game. I should probably start doing that too. There's a lot of people in this game, particularly in late game, that set their defend team to all of whatever the event troop is. Of course, this week is beasts, so they set it to all beasts to help everyone else out. So that's why we're up against this right now. Obviously, this isn't a viable team, though it could get some pretty funny casts out. And it does indeed shield its entire team, which would be a little bit annoying. But we're going to be gaining an extra map every single time we use this thing. I will be doing a complete video on various Shadow Blade teams. This was just something I wiped out really quick. The main reason I wanted to show this one is keep in mind that the Archer is an elf. So you can just use your Archer class this week and set it to an elf, and it will be gaining a 25% bonus, and you'll be able to utilize that for quite a few different various teams. Of course, this one's mainly just a scroll spam with a little bit of casting. There is actually a better red-yellow weapon than this, and it's unfortunately I can't really use it because most of you probably don't have it. It was given at like the beginning of 2016. It's like called the Spark Rocket 2016 or something. Unfortunately, the majority of players don't have it, so I'm just using this one instead, which you get at 40 red and 40 yellow, just so we cover all the colors. But as you can see, with that fully traded Archer, getting those bullseyes are always really nice, and now it's even tankier this week if you set it as an elf, since it has that 25% extra bonus. Plus, you could use it with team bonuses, though there aren't really any good all-elf teams you could use with it, unless you start putting in things like Lady or Nuriel. You can't do it with all Zhul'kari very well. The teams are pretty clunky, unfortunately. Yeah, double bullseye. Well, there goes fully traded Archer for the win. But yeah, also in regard to fully traded Archer, Archer class is the best all-round class in the entire game. So for your pure green trait stones, it is highly advised to use it on them. Use one of them on your goblin, and then just save the rest for fully trading Archer. Especially this week, because you'll get the extra 25% bonus on it. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.